everyone, it's Jean from Inky Owl Studio. Thank you so much for joining me. This is actually going to be an addition to the tutorial that I uploaded on the Heritage Recipe Journal. And I edited all my parts and I uploaded them to YouTube, and then I went away for 3 weeks to enjoy my friends and family up in Michigan, which was a delightful time. And I discovered that I had accidentally deleted this part of putting the pages onto the hinge. Somehow it just didn't get in there, and in the editing process I must have somehow deleted it. So I am going to show you today, and this is actually going to be part 3 continued. I might label it as part 3B. I will put it in the playlist in the order so that you can go step by step and do this. So sorry about that. I apologize. So let's get started on assembling the pages onto the hinge. You will need 14 8.5 by 11 pieces of cardstock. Of course, you're going to cut off 1/4 of an inch the long side so that your pages will fit onto your hinge. So that'll be 1/4 of an inch off, and you'll have 8 1/4 width. Then 7 of those pieces are going to be 7.5 inches wide by, of course, your 8 1/4. And you're going to save these pieces that you cut off because they're going to be part of the pockets that go on later on. The other 7 is going to be cut at 6 3/4, of course, by your 8 1/4. And again, we're going to be saving these pockets as well, or these pieces for pockets later on. The 7.5 inch wide piece, we're going to be scoring 3/4 of an inch on one side. So, oops, sorry about that. We'll get out our scoreboard and we will score it at 3/4 of an inch. Now we'll go ahead and fold it over. So we will take the 6 3/4 inch piece, and we are going to glue it onto one side of one hinge, like so. All right. So let me get out my glue and we will just do that. So essentially you're going to have 1 6 3/4 paired up with a 7.5 inch wide that's scored for each hinge. So the 6 3/4 of an inch goes down. Make sure that you don't go over the fold line so that it has a free folding. And now, after you've done the 6 3/4, you're going to take your scored 7.5 inch and you are going to glue it down on the other side. What we want to do is we want to cover this up. So right here you see that there's a bump here, and we want this page to swing freely. So that's why the scored section goes over the hinge. And I just put some glue right there. Try to keep within the boundaries of that hinge. All the way down. And then I glue along here. I guess it really doesn't matter which way you do this. I suppose you could glue this whole section here, like so, and do it. So that probably is a better way. And I am going to glue it down there. I'm going to align it up here to the other page so that it is even all around. Okay, so it's all even all the way around. make sure that I am not covering up too much of that fold line on that hinge. And then you'll probably have to come over and really press down that part over that bump. So now you have a page that folds like this, and this seam here will be hidden when you put your pockets in. So let me do the next one here. Gets a little fiddly as you progress in them, just a little bit. Anyways, there's this, and we put down the 6 3/4 page, like so. Make sure that it is aligned to the little hinge, but not going over that little fold line. Okay, so you have the 6 3/4 page down, and depending upon your glue, I usually like to give it a good rub over, and we'll just go ahead and we'll do it this way. This is probably the better way of doing it. There we go. Sometimes I forget exactly how I did it. All right, we'll just put that in there, and then make sure it aligns with the hinge from here to here, and that it aligns with the 6 3/4 page that's sort of like it's its mate. And so if you'll notice, I did not align it correctly here. If you want to notice that here, I kind of overstepped the hinge here just a little bit, but in the long run, it still is going to function fine. And so now we have the pages. So they can flip over like so. Okay. And so you will do that for the rest of it, and that is how the pages are constructed. Thank you so much for viewing, and I'll be back in a day or two with an update on the things I have been working on, and we will talk to you later. Bye.